Okay, next question.
Can we call him this guy? 'Cause he's been patient the whole time.
Yes, you guys are calling now.
Thank
who
you
is
very much.
talking, and I prefer it.
How can information be extracted from a person that is aware of the techniques you talk about in your videos and books? Because I think that the approach changed. And just one last, how spies extract information from other spies? Thank you.
Yeah, it's a very good question. So we have two categories of people when you come to CIA. There's trained and untrained. And every trained intelligence officer is trained to spot another trained intelligence officer so that we can avoid them, unless we want to approach them. It's always better to use your trained skill against somebody who has no trained skill, an untrained person. But when you go trained against trained, you have your situation. How do you extract information from somebody who knows you're trying to extract information? And that happens in politics, that happens in diplomacy, that happens all over the place, right? One of the first things to do is recognize that you're going up against somebody who's aware of your techniques. And you have to respect them as a professional because they're trained also. Do you think professional athletes like to compete against other professional athletes or like to compete against amateurs? They like competing against the professionals. It's a chance to sharpen their skill, get better, have a more sophisticated competition. And I would encourage you to see the same thing. When you know you're going up against somebody and you're trying to extract information from somebody who's trained in the same level as you need to hone your abilities even further. One of the best ways to do that is to acknowledge that you know that they are skilled. Call them what they are. You're a skilled negotiator. You're a skilled informant. You're a skilled diplomat. You're skilled. You have talent. I'm a little bit nervous to talk to you because I know how good you are at this, but I have to have this conversation anyway.
It's like making them bragging in some way.
It's validating to them that they don't have an advantage. It's validating to them that you know they're skilled, and that shows them that they need to understand that you're skilled too. You're skilled enough to see their skill. So it triggers an ego-based lever that disarms them, but it also sends a very clear message that they need to appreciate and respect your skill also. So when you have that common ground, it's in the nuance from there that your skill really, truly takes over. I would never be afraid to approach somebody and highlight and respect them for what they actually have.
You know, I was going to jump in just because I wasn't in espionage. However, I had a lot of espionage done on me by foreign countries because we traveled the world so much. And I was very hyper aware. And I always knew who somebody was from an intelligence agency, even though they come in as diplomats and be like, oh, I'm the art attaché or whatever with this country. And a very subtle thing they would do, I would see this all the time, we'd like to take you to lunch. Lunch. I cannot tell you how many free meals I was offered. Let's just go have lunch. We'll talk about the thing. And I would never go. And if I had to, I was always like, in my head, I'm like, I want an office, I want a table, I want to know what I need to know, I need to leave. I wouldn't say that to him because I'm a diplomat, right? And I had a diplomatic passport. I was a diplomat, I needed to get things done, but I would avoid certain scenarios. And I will tell you, I don't know how many agents I would be with, and I'm like, dude, do not go to lunch. Do you not see what this is? Remember one country, and they do it very subtly. They build trust, they build a relationship, and then you start leaking information. Oh, I have to go to work later. So-and-so needs this report. Oh, what report? And you just leak. Oh, tomorrow this country's coming in, I have a meeting. That's it, that's all you need to say. And what I do is they piece together and they put the puzzle together, now they create a picture. And so it's just a very common thing I would see in them just trying to create and dialogue with you. And so you just have to have an awareness, what business do I have talking with this person? I remember once we went to a lunch with a country, I won't say what country, a friendly country. And they were like, oh, we want to take you to lunch. And I did not want to go. But my colleague, I didn't get a chance to speak to him. And he's just like, let's go. And I want to be like, no, dude, this is not good. We go, and we go to this restaurant, and they're like, oh, we have a private room for you all. And they put us in a private room, which I knew in New York City, I'm like, this thing is bugged. New York City, my city. I'm like, this thing is bugged. And we're sitting there, we're having lunch, all this food. At one point, they end up leaving, and I grab my partner literally by the collar. Nice guy. I'm like, you realize what they're doing, right? He's like, what? He's like, oh. I was like, okay. So just have that awareness. It's in the small things that you can see that.